Hello guys, my name's Lily and I'm new to this, so I chose a voiceover to do my makeup today, and I'm just putting some moisturizer on my face. I don't always do this, but sometimes I do, because I guess it helps, and I don't want my skin to look too dry, which I'll always have texture coming through onto my skin. It's just how it is. And you may hear some background noise because I have a lot of nieces and nephews. And just rub that all into the skin, get it nice and in there. I look so awkward. I think I'm looking for my eyebrow pencil. Yep, found it. Oh, and all these products that I'm using in this are very cheap because I am poor. And I'm just doing my eyebrows here, and I have very thick bushy eyebrows, so I really just fill it in as needed. And as you can see, once I get done filling them in, there's not much of a difference. And I'm actually not the best at editing videos right now, so I just chose to do this and do an over voice, so that way I didn't have to talk through the video and show more of how awkward I am. I was gonna opt out for just music over it, but then I was like, well, I guess I could talk through and talk to you guys while you watch me be awkward. Oh, and if you guys have any tips with the editing part, that would be great, because I just don't know how to do all that. But I'm sure I'll get better with it as time goes. And right here, I'm taking my concealer, just a basic, ordinary, concealer, to put that on my eyes before I put the shadow down. And right here, I'm taking a lighter shade concealer, and on this one, it kind of has like a little brush edge that you can make sharp, and that's what I try to show you there. And I'm just doing that right below my eyebrow, just to kind of brighten it up a little bit, which I don't always do this because my eyebrows are bushy and I just don't have time to pluck every single eyebrow hair that I got on there. And at times it can get caught into your eyebrow and it doesn't make it look as sharp. But I attempted it this time just because I wanted to be a little extra today. I'm not sure where this brush is from or what it's by, but pretty sure I got it at Walmart, and that's just what I'm going to be using to blend all this in. Well, kinda. I'm using this hard candy eyeshadow palette that I got from good old Walmart, and it works good for me, and the eyeshadows are really pretty because I have green eyes and I tend to opt for purpley pink shades normally. I'm going for a cut crease today, so that's what that will be. And I opted out for a smaller brush here, so that way I can actually get it in my crease a little more, and it's more precise as to where I want to place it. Then just doing that to both eyes. Ooh. Okay, well, for some reason, this completely jumped while I was trying to film, I guess, so I didn't get the part where I was actually cutting my crease out and everything on camera. Oh, and dropped my phone. We gotta love that. But you can see on there that I just took that darker shade there and just blended it up with a lighter one and cut it out with the concealer and put a kind of a transition shade down on top of that to set it. And what I shown with that little bottle was I mixed it with a shimmer shade, but it actually creases a lot, so if you are actually wearing it to and you need it to last somewhere, I wouldn't recommend doing that because it creased on my eyes real bad, but I'm just sitting at home not doing anything and I didn't mind it. Got a bit of shimmer in it and I like it. I think it's cute. I'm also recording this on my iPhone, so some of it is cut out of the frame, I guess, where I was moving and stuff. Nah, that's a little bit aggravating, but it'll be okay. I'm just going to kind of take in a highlighter that I like just to set it on top of that because it was sticky and everything. And even though while doing that, it still managed to crease. But like I said, I didn't mind it too much. But Now I'm just taking two of the foundations that I wear, and they're cheap also. Get them from Walmart. One's slightly lighter than the other, and I'm just mixing them together. And I normally don't do a whole like full coverage look just because I have freckles and I like for them to shine through too. So I kind of opt for a light to medium coverage, but that's just a personal preference. And then taking the old trusty beauty blender just to beat that all on to the face. And once that's good and on your skin, you move on to the other part. Now I'm just taking the same concealer that I used for my eyes, for my under eyes. And the placement of it, like, I just do it to how my face is. And this is kind of just a tutorial for the makeup look I done. It's not necessarily how you gotta do your makeup. Oh, and it's killing me that it's got like half of my face and not all of it. But it'll be okay. I'll get better at this in the other videos that I decide to do. Now that I got my foundation done, before I do the setting powder, I'm going to go back into the Hard Candy eyeshadow palette and get that darkest shade and run it under my lash line and drag it out just a little bit. to give it some shape and add a little bit of spice. And I'm just going to take another fluffy but not too fluffy brush and just kind of smoke the bottom lash out. Oh, well, here's the airspun. Setting powder, and I don't set my face because, I don't know, I just don't feel like it looks good on me. But I do lightly dust it all over my face, so that way the powders that I use blend better on top of it. Or at least I feel like it does. And sometimes, you know, I'll use cream and everything and do that before I use the setting powder, but in this case, I'm using the powder. And then I'm just gonna grab this like All-Star, I think it's called. Yeah, the All-Star palette, and I got this from Walmart. And it's got your contour and bronzer and highlight and blush in it, you know, all that good stuff. And I'm just taking the contour first with a more dense brush and just putting it in the spots that I want to have a darker shadow effect. Now I'm grabbing a bit of a fluffier brush to do the bronzer on it, and just to warm my face up, I guess, and on my forehead and bring it out a little bit. And also like to drag it a little bit across the bridge of my nose and a little onto my cheeks, because I feel like sometimes the foundation takes away the color of my face, and I just like to add that back in so it's not so light looking, like very light. And I am bad for using the same brushes for multiple different uses, even though it's not intended. So I'm using that more dense blending brush to do my nose contour. And I normally don't do nose contour like every time, but if I'm doing a more extravagant eye look, I like to match my face with it. So that's what I'm doing here. And I'm just showing you the placement of my nose that I do it, in which everybody's faces and noses are different, so you'll have to base your placement on the structure of your face. Then I'm just taking a more fluffy eyeshadow brush and taking a bronzer, a lighter shade, to help blend it out more so it's not so oomph in your face. Because I am slightly a perfectionist, and if I can tell that I'm wearing makeup, which is odd because I am wearing makeup, but when I'm intending to make it look like, it's more on the natural side, I will blend and blend and blend till it's almost gone, and then I'll have to restart over because then it's too light and don't match, my eyes and the rest of the look. I don't know if anybody else does that, but I'm bad for that. Then I'm just taking some concealer and putting it closer to the outside of the bridge of my nose, and then down it, and then on the little round part of my nose, just to help highlight and get that more sharp effect. Snatched, if you will. So hard for me not to notice, like looking in a mirror every day, how like lopsided my face is. But I do notice it when I record or other people take videos of me. And I'm just showing you how that turned out. Now I'm just adding some blush and stuff from that same palette onto my close down to the contour part. Well, no, actually I'm not doing that just yet. Getting ahead of myself here. Oh, we're doing it now. And I like to run it also along like my cheeks and across the bridge of my nose and a little bit on my chin just to bring everything together. Because I'm a weirdo. I don't know. I do my makeup a little bit differently than most people do. My lord, look at that big old forehead I got packing. So, and the highlighter is also in that palette, and with that, I use the one that's got a rose on it for like the cheeks, like the highlights of my cheeks, and then the other part more close up to the higher points. So I do use both of them, but they are slightly different shades. And just using the same big fluffy brush to apply that. But you can honestly just apply your makeup how you want. I'm just kind of giving some tips on the way I do mine. This specific one anyways. This specific look. Now I'm just going to pop some of that highlighter in the inner corner of my eye. Nothing too fancy. Nothing. I know I'm going to re-listen to this audio that I'm doing and I'm going to absolutely hate my voice, but it's okay because I'm going to post it anyways. And I noticed that, oh, that's me showing you where it creased and stuff, and I'm just trying to blend it out. I noticed that I did not get the creases perfectly even or anything, but I don't mind it because I still think it looks pretty, you know? And I guess the more you practice it, the better you'll get. I'm no Nikki tutorial or anything like that, but I get her done. And I'm trying to gesture here that that's probably not the best idea to mix it in with the eyeshadow, but I don't mind it. I'm one of those people that's not a huge fan of lipstick, but I do put a little bit on here and there. And I do wish this shade was a little bit more cool toned as warm, but I make it work. I do opt for lip gloss more than I do lipstick. But once again, that's just a personal preference. Now, just smacking on some good old mascara. And I suck at putting fake eyelashes on, but sometimes I do them, even though it's not the best application. But I actually don't have any at the moment, so we're just winging it with our natural eyelashes, which I don't mind. You know, it's kind of just what I've always done with my eyes, so. And for some reason, when I wear fake eyelashes, they tend to irritate my eyes a little more than they should, but I don't know why. I got some of the mascara on my eye, but not a problem because once it dries, you can just use a spoolie of some sort and just like scrape it off. But you have to let it dry first or it'll just spread more. Oh, and I'm doing my bottom eyelashes. Nervous. And I have the worst bottom eyelashes. Like, they are barely there. But come this far, might as well try to put some on the bottom eyelashes. And now I think I'm looking around for the setting spray. Yep, I'm gonna do that. trying to fix my non-existent hair because I actually just shaved my hair off last year in January as an impulsive move, but it's alright, it's grown back. And anyways, here's the finished look, and I hope you guys like it. And it's my first time doing anything like this, so let me know if you guys like the video or not. And if not, that's cool, whatever. Like, I'll probably cry about it later, but no biggie. And I'm very awkward, so I'm not good at doing all the poses and everything that the pretty YouTubers and everything do. But I'm just showing you. I like it. I think it turned out pretty good. Pretty cute. You know, not too bad, not too bad. But I hope you guys have a great day. Bye. Well, it's not time to say bye yet, but you get the point. It's the end of the video. Oh, and here's where I say my goodbye.